Hello, Liesl. How are you today?
Hi, Ginger. How are you?
Very good. So first of all, congratulations on Respect. This movie was just stunning.
Oh, thank you. So glad to hear that.
I suppose the first thing I wanted to ask you about was the musical sequences because they are just gorgeous in this film. They have this real kind of spontaneity and flow to them. But then as a director, I think it's very important that you're kind of singular and focused and that everyone is following, your distinct vision. So I was wondering how you kind of manage that balance between being focused but also kind of free flowing as well.
Well, we were extremely prepared. That was how we managed that feeling. Jennifer started prepping for this film months and months and months in advance. And we knew what we wanted it to sound like, what we wanted it to feel like. And so when we got onto set, it really was about focusing on emotional journey. It was about exploring how story is told through song. That's what Aretha was so brilliant at. And that was what I wanted to focus on in the film, is giving songs time to breathe, to grow, to develop, exploring the creative process around the creation of song, all of that stuff that, I kind of am well versed in because of working in theater for so many years and on musicals, frankly.
Of course. Actually, because this was your feature directorial debut, were there particular, directors' work that you looked at, or maybe some movies for inspiration?
Absolutely. I mean, as a child, I loved The Wiz. That was one of my favorite films. And I loved all the classic musicals, the classic Hollywood musicals. And so I wanted this to feel like a big event, a cinematic event, like those old Hollywood musicals felt. I wanted it to feel like our a 21st century, kind of elegant, fabulous, beautiful, big screen event, like those movies felt to me when I watched them as a kid.
Absolutely, absolutely. I found it kind of interesting that there was another Aretha Franklin project in Genius Aretha happening kind of around the same time. There was talk of them both. And I was wondering, did that kind of bring any added pressure or stress in any way?
Not really. I mean, I know a lot of the people working on that film, some good friends of mine on that TV series, rather, good friends of mine were on it. So I do think that Aretha's life was big enough that there should hopefully be multiple projects to explore the prodigious talent that she gave us. Aretha did want her story to be told in a very fabulous big screen, movie, and she chose Jennifer for that. So I felt lucky that I was able to usher that vision of hers in.
Absolutely. And Jennifer is just amazing in this. Was there anything in her performance that maybe you weren't expecting that she brought?
When I first met her about a year before we started shooting, I could see the depth of her humanity, her compassion, her vulnerability. And I thought, oh, Aretha Franklin really knew what she was doing when it came to casting Jennifer. Aretha knew herself and she knew what Jennifer would bring her. And every frame of the film, you see Jennifer's genius, frankly, in her ability to channel Aretha.
Absolutely. I think I have time for one more question. So the last person I wanted to ask you about was Skye Dakota Turner. I mean, oh my gosh, when she starts singing on that screen, she was just amazing. So can you tell me a little bit about casting her and working with her? Because, oh my gosh, she's going to be a mega star, I think.
She's a little powerhouse. We had a huge search for this character, as you can imagine. We went all over the world looking for little Aretha. And Skye actually, she's a church girl from Dallas, Texas, and she's been on Broadway. She was actually in the middle of her Broadway debut. And just the voice was undeniable. And she was a joy to work with. She was so open and so she was having fun and living her dream, basically. So it was a joy to watch that happen on set.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have to leave it there, unfortunately. Could talk about this movie all day, but congratulations again on Respect. It was just, it's an amazing movie.
Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you so much.
she is. She's a miracle.